Okay, here's my beef with Michael Savage. Some of it's new, some of it's old. Sorry about the lighting, it's not that great, but it's visible. Let's see. I love his anger, his passion, and he's completely right on about some things, many things actually, especially going after the hateful little liars, squirmy schmucks in the Democratic Party and the people in the media. But three things. He's harps on himself, brags about himself too much. Now Rush Limbaugh does that and gets away with it. I know it's kidding with Savage. I think he's serious. Number two, he criticizes other conservatives way too much, comparing himself favorably against them. That'd be okay sort of okay. It just doesn't good form anyway, but I could live with it if it was accurate, but he's wrong a lot in his opinions, and it's because he doesn't study enough to really follow them closely. Let's see, number three, he's actually kind of uninformed. Okay, that's not quite right. He's not informed enough about many of the things he talks on. Now, the reason why I'm bitching today is because he came out and offered, and this is really bad form as far as I'm concerned, he came out and offered $1 million for Newt Gingrich to drop out of the race. On the same day, Glenn Beck said that he would vote for Ron Paul in the third party, as a third party candidate, which is just, okay, Glenn, throw away your vote if you want to, but you've got a pretty big audience, and you're influencing people to do a very dumb thing. Could Newt Gingrich, he's not my perfect guy, but could he possibly be worse than either of the Bushes, especially the latter one? 8 years of having this person in the office who wanted amnesty for $12 million, which I figure is probably closer to $25 million, especially if you count in the anchor babies. So he wanted that. He fought a dumb war. He let his own people get arrested for the Valerie Plame thing, which just sucked because all he had to do was do a little research, get his butt off the couch, and do a little research to find out that was a scam by the liberals. He just wouldn't do anything. We had him, Newt Gingrich will fight if he gives us some stupid global warming idea, which actually I heard him today, I heard an old thing of him on C-SPAN today, where he's pretty well thought this thing through. I believe he's honest. He just hasn't figured out, that some of us yet, that it is a complete hoax. He will get there. I believe, so he wants to, illegal immigration, he wants to allow some people to stay in the country. We're not going to get anybody that's going to throw them out. I believe Gingrich will toss some of them out. Now, don't believe the liar, the liberals who say, well, what are you going to do, put them all on buses? No, you make it illegal to employ undocumented illegal immigrants, and then they self-deport. They get in their own cars, pay their own gas, and drive home. Hey, pretty simple stuff, right? Okay, anyway, Savage. Back to Savage. Glenn Beck. Oh, yeah, Glenn Beck. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so who else jumped on Gingrich today? Hewitt, harping over and over. And Hewitt played clips of Gingrich responding to Romney, saying that Newt Gingrich should return the money he got from Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, whichever one he consulted for, $1.6 million. So Gingrich fired back and said, he should return some of his money, and then Hewitt went on and said that he's terrible, he's not even supporting capitalism now, which I kind of doubt here. But he played clips of Charles Krauthammer on Fox News and Brit Hume both ripping into Newt Gingrich. So this is quite a day of ripping into Newt Gingrich. There's a lot of animosity out there about him. Now, I would rather have Herman Cain, I'd rather have actually Michelle Bachmann out of this year's batch, but she does not have the personality to win. She is not going to do it. She brags about herself too much. Her anger doesn't come off well. There's not much charm in her voice. I like her. I would vote for her, but she's not going to win because people are into, the whole personality thing. It makes me laugh and blah, blah, blah. And so she's not going to make it. And Huntsman is a liberal. The other guy, Rick Santorum from Pennsylvania, he's not going to win for the same reason that Michelle Bachmann's not going to win. Or I'd vote for him too and be happy about it. Anyway, back to Savage. he's got his points. He's on his website, and I'm looking at it right now, and he's got his reasons why Newt Gingrich can't win and why he wants to offer $1 million to get it out. The first one, when he was Speaker of the House, Gingrich failed to deliver on his so-called contract with America. You know what? That's a liberal talking point. It isn't even accurate. Depending on how you look at it, Newt Gingrich took over Congress for the first time in 40 years in 1994 with the contract with America, in which they made a number of promises to the people. But they never promised any of them would make it into law. They promised that they would bring them to a vote. Remember that Bill Clinton was president at the time, and so the people in the House of Representatives, Newt Gingrich being the Speaker, the leader then, he had no power to force Bill Clinton to sign anything into law. But they did vote on this stuff. So, number one, Savage, sorry, you're wrong. He made ads with Nancy Pelosi promoting the false theory. Yes. We all know that, and it bad. And Newt Gingrich says he was stupid, and some people like Sean Hannity have said that's enough. You know, he said he was stupid, let it go. No, you don't let it go. You say, Newt, why were you stupid? Why did you say that? And people haven't pressed him. Well, somebody did finally, and I found out why, and he thinks it's because Nancy Pelosi became toxic. Well, hey, that's not a good enough reason. You're stupid because global warming's a hoax. Well, today I heard something pretty good about Newt Gingrich explaining his depth of his research on it, and he has done some pretty in-depth research about Arctic melting and other things, and he's on both sides of it, and I think he's probably going to do more research. But anyway, even if he's wrong on global warming, it's not the worst thing we're going to get. We're going to get the same crap from Romney. And Romney, he was governor of Massachusetts when the state Supreme Court there told the legislature to write gay marriage into law. Did Romney ever fight them on that? I believe Newt Gingrich would fight if he thinks that Supreme Court justices are doing the wrong thing, or appeals court justices too. All right, so anyway, he's in favor of amnesty for illegal aliens. It's not amnesty, and he's made that pretty clear. It is legal register so that they're not thrown out. The ones that were, in his words, here 25 years, which I've even heard him amend to 20 years, but it's not amnesty. Amnesty means they can vote, and we all know that they'll probably vote for Democrats. So if Newt sticks to his word, it's a whole lot better than what Romney would probably do, and a whole lot better than what G.W. Bush wanted to do, and a whole lot better than what a lot of liberal Republicans want to do. Trust me. Okay, so wrong again, Savage, but partially right. Taking hundreds of thousands of dollars from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, he did it as a consultant. I'm not going to hold that against him. I would have worked for somebody too, especially if he's being completely accurate, that he advised them to do things differently than they were doing it. So I don't know the whole full of that. Cheated on 2 wives and left both of them while they were both seriously ill. One of those is a complete lie. One of those was a situation where his wife was leaving him while she was in the hospital. It's kind of cheesy to bring up. He's 68 years old. He said, you know what, I've made mistakes in my life, and I'm sorry about them, and I've asked God for help, and I'm trying to be a better person. We're not going to get a perfect guy there, and Newt's done some messing up, that's for sure, but where are we going? Do we want another weak little liberal running for president like the dreadful McCain and Bob Dole and the Bushes? And all right, so anyway, go on here. He called the Republican plan to reform Medicare right-wing social engineering. I haven't heard that well enough explained to know if there is some right-wing social engineering in the Paul Ryan plan. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. I don't like it, but again, I have to fall back on the fact that I'd rather have somebody who can fight and he'll give me half conservative and honest and some liberal than get a weak, Romney's a liberal anyway, but if let's say by some miracle Santorum or somebody could get in there, they don't have enough fight in them to defeat the charm of Barack Obama. And you know what, people, the economy is going to get better, probably some, before the nomination and before the election, and regardless of how much it gets better, ABC, NBC, CBS, NPR, liars, all of them will brag up the economy and convince the uninformed to vote for Obama because he's been this miracle fixer. FDR got reelected in, when was it, 36, with a terrible economy too, and the press will do the same thing for Obama. Count on it. called the Republican plan. If presidents debate against McGaugh, regardless of how well he does on television, he will come off badly compared to Obama. I don't agree with that. I think he'll kick Obama's butthole really bad, and because Obama doesn't have anything but charm and some slick-sounding answers. If you're ignorant and you believe his answers, then they sound good. But if you've got a man as informed as Newt Gingrich or Pat Buchanan, if we could get him up there, that would be great too. Obama is going to get shown to be essentially standing on stage lying during those debates, and that will be the end of him. So I'm all for having this debate, those two on stage together, and see where it goes. Completely disagree. Anyway, rough day for Gingrich. If you look at it that way, I'm for him because we don't have anybody else. Nobody else that stands a chance. Ron Paul's never going to win, and Glenn Beck wants him to go third party. That's a disaster. Every time some Republican goes third party, the Democrat wins. It happened with Bill Clinton twice. Actually that's how Woodrow Wilson got into office in 1912. Okay, that's enough. Let's see, what is it? December 12th, 2011.